What's up, YouTube? CHF here, bringing you another episode of Coaching Handheld Football, and today was supposed to be a nice, short video where I laid into EA, where I called out some cheaters, where I pointed out just some nonsense that we as a community should be heated about, but then EA dropped the Scouting Combine promo on us. So the video is going to be a little bit longer because I do want to give you guys a breakdown of this promo, but then I am going to go as intended and finish and really lay into EA. And when you guys see this BS, you are going to be just as furious as I am, which is why I am specifically calling out HeySteveDave, the new community manager who was one of us, one of the top players, the guy who was grinding the game for years, who became a game changer and then moved on to work for EA and should have been the one to save the game, and he's just not there. So EA, HeySteveDave, when we get to this thing about cheating, I am calling you out. Why is this here? Why is this going on? And why can't you stop it? But before we get into that, guys, let's talk about the Scouting Combine promo and go through. So it does have a Grandmaster overall that you can, in theory, get, presumably if you spend money, where you can get a John Ross that does have a speed boost to the entire lineup. We then have these new trophies, which is basically just a way to screw you out of training points for your golds and elites. And then, of course, we have some more Team of the Year. So let's hop into the Combine promo and break down how it works. So basically, you've got your warm-ups, your events, your sets, and then, of course, your masters along the side. So the warm-ups, it's just like the recent trends we've seen with promos, 10:30, 4:30, 10:30. You've got live events that will refresh once a day that are simply going to give you the stamina currency. So you can basically get 9 stamina currencies per day. You then have 5 different events here. You've got the 20-yard shuttle, which is basically you just have to run around in a circle. I don't have any more tokens, so I can't do it. I did go ahead and do it. But basically, you have to run around in a circle in a timed period. You only get 1 attempt at it, and you basically have to hit basically back and forth 7 times. You then have this broad jump, which is insanely glitchy, really poorly done. It's like they just said, screw QC, we're just going to drop this crap on you, where basically you have to dive into the end zone, but you'll see that sometimes your guy decides to spin instead of diving or just not do anything. So it's insanely frustrating, but it is what it is. And then, of course, you have the 3-cone drill, which was actually not too bad. You basically had to hit hot spots. There was a guy that was there, not too terrible. And then, of course, the bench press here, which I believe that one was just an entourage one where you basically just run back and forth. And then the vertical jump is basically you get 4 passes, you have to score 2 touchdowns. Basically just streak routes where you bomb it up. And when you complete these, you're going to get 8 Combine badges on your first win, as well as a tool that is tied to the event. So basically, each time you do the event, you'll get, the first time you do the event, you get the tool, like the 20-yard shuttle tool, and then you're going to get a random tool and badges every time you win. Now, I really think that it's funny that they're calling them tools, because I think whoever designed this promo is absolutely a tool. But let's talk about why I think that. So essentially, if you want to get the Masters, right, you want to get the John Ross or the Nate Solder or any of these guys here, right, you're going to need 300 of these badges as well as 10 emblems that are specific to that person. For John Ross, you don't need badges, but you're going to need a total of 12 emblems. Here's how you get emblems, guys. Here's how you get emblems. So right here, you're going to trade in 2 of each tool to get an emblem select pack. So you're basically going to have to do, if you just want one of these guys, you're going to have to do this 10 times to get one of these guys, which I think realistically, you'll probably be able to grind one of these 97 overalls. However, I've talked to someone who did go ahead and complete this, and they said that selecting the 40-yard dash to get John Ross is not in this select pack. So how you get John Ross, I believe it, one of the ways is going to be just by participating in the VIP event. So basically spend money to get it. But yeah, other than that, let's take a look at the store real quick because there's something to laugh at here. So basically stamina has become stupid expensive. 40,000 coins to do a live event twice, or 1,000 blitz tokens to do a live event twice. When you need to do those live events literally like hundreds of times to get anything. So, I mean, you know, in Team of the Year, it was like 20,000 coins for 5 attempts, 650 blitz tokens for 5 attempts. Blowing that out of the way, 40,000 coins or 1,000 blitz tokens for 2 events, of which some live events are broken. Now, I will say each day you want to do these, each one at least once, but I would recommend doing this 4th one or the 5th one with all of your excess ones. They're just easier. They give you more room to screw up. But anyways, that's the Combine promo. I've heard rumors that EA may come in, because right now when you fail one of these, you lose the token. I've heard that EA is going to start refunding those, but as of the time of this recording, that is not the case. So overall, I think just a frustrating launch. And as you can see, you can get more of these things with the trophies that are now in the game. So if you cut your old players or exchange them, you get trophies. You can trade in trophies to get Combine badges, which can then be used, of course. You could trade in 60 of them to get a Combine player, which when you look at the Combine players here, chances are, I have a feeling you're probably going to end up getting a lot of the elites, not the diamonds. That would just be my guess, but I'm not going to do that set. For right now, I'm just going to stockpile everything. I like to attack promos that way, where I stockpile as much as I can and only trade it in towards the end of the promo. But that's it on the promo breakdown, guys. So without further ado, let's get into what I wanted to talk about today, which is the nonsense cheating that goes on in this game. All right, guys, so here it is. The first thing I'm going to show you guys is a screenshot that was submitted to me by a top 100 league, ranked 64 there. But take a look at this, guys. Todd Gurley rushing for 425 yards. EA, HeySteveDave, specifically, thinking back to Madden Mobile 17, you guys used to reset leagues when they would do this. You guys used to be better at enforcing cheating. This is blatant cheating. We as a community need to demand, when this comes out, 425-yard rush in a match of league versus league, that league should be reset, that league should be banned, and I know for certain that these screenshots have not been shared with me before they have been shared with you, because the people who sent them to me said, hey, we sent this stuff in to the Game Changers or to HeySteveDave, and nothing is being done. It is a joke. How can you expect to make a good game when you can't block out blatant cheating? And this isn't even the most blatant. Wait till you see the next one where we've got some video to look over. But this one, guys, how is it? League versus league is the only thing that is keeping most people playing right now. The game is not a good game this year. That's just the reality when you pull the masses of the community. The reason we play is because we have great relationships with our leagues. That's what keeps us going. And League versus League was crapped on by EA this year. Crapped on. But it's the only thing holding us together. But this is going on. And quite frankly, it is a travesty that we have someone who's our new community manager, who was a player, who had so much excitement and hope behind him to get one of us, the players, not only as a game changer, but then elevated to an actual job at EA to be the community manager. And when someone submits something like this to you, you just brush it off like it is not that important. I just don't get it. But this is kind of one example, but wait until we look at the film evidence on this next one. All right, guys, and what you are about to see absolutely infuriates me, because this is just more blatant cheating. So we're going to look here. Sushi Fan with an 83 offense in the league, mad scientist. Let's take a look at his squad. He has a wonderful squad full of gold and tier 1 elite players. He does have Barry Sanders at halfback, but that's about the extent of his team. And yeah, let's take a look at what his defense looks like. His defense looks a little bit better. A little bit better there, okay? So that's what his squad looks like. Now we're going to go in and show you some stuff about this. We're going to go in and look at his legacy. He doesn't actually have a legacy team, so you'll see that his regular team, or his legacy team, is showing as his regular team. And right here, we will look at that he has Jakeem Grant, a 73 overall kick returner right there with 73 speed. Keep that in mind because it is going to be very important in just a moment to show off the level of cheating here. So we've got a 73 kick returner with 73 speed. And let's see, it is a mad scientist ranked 7. And take a look right here. 96-yard touchdown by his 73 speed kick returner. Let's take a look at the rest of his drives here and look who they're going up against. Hustlemain 21, one play banger, nothing stopping despite using misdirection. A worse play for 2-point conversions. Than toss. But let's take a look at the squad that he was doing this on with its nice 94 defense. Look there at the bottom. Pretty stacked offense. Let's take a look at its defense. Look at this. An all diamond defense. All stacked out. Clearly there was a power advantage. Yet, when it mattered most in the middle of a close match, Mad Scientists is very, very clearly cheating. And I'm going to show you one more piece of evidence that ties all of this together so that you can really see it. And I'm going to call on EA. There is no excuse for you to look at this stuff here and go into it and not reset these leagues. League versus league is the single community-focused element of this game, and the continued crapping on it is just a joke. So let's see if we can tie this in and talk a little bit more about why this is not just suspicious, but pretty clear proof of cheating. The final piece, I'm having to cut out some of it because I will not teach people how to cheat, but this is a message from someone in Mad Scientists explaining to someone else how to play in rookie mode. I'm not going to use the top part, which gives a lot more detail, but as you can see, they're telling you how to search to find the different difficulty levels so that you can use your hack app to modify the difficulty. Without question, that is what this guy Sushi Fan was doing. This is literally someone in his league explaining how in this year's game, you can use hack utilities to change the difficulty, and here they are in a close match with a top league Mad Scientists. And when I say top league, I mean a bunch of useless cheaters who suck at the game so bad that they need to cheat because having a meaningless leaderboard position is that important to them, that their life is so crappy that that's what they get satisfaction out of, is cheating in a cell phone game. That's kind of explaining it where he shows how to do that. I am not going to talk any more about it other than saying when you look at all of this, EA, get your crap together. HeySteveDave, as a member of the community before you got your job over there at EA, and I get that you now have a job at EA, you need to stand up for the players. You need to incite change. You have to get this fixed. You were supposed to be the savior of this game, man. You had everybody excited when you got the job that we had a real hardcore player joining the squad over there at EA, helping make a good game. And this year's game has been a joke. A joke. And what little good has come out of this season, yes, we got nice new graphics. I actually like the defensive formation things. But with the crap going on, with the glitches, with the problems, and the ignorance of cheating, you guys are just ignoring the cheaters. You're ignoring the cheaters because I know that every piece of evidence that I am submitting in this video to the public has made it to EA. Because I talked to players who submitted this stuff to you guys. Get it fixed, for God's sake. This is a joke. If you cannot handle this, I don't know how you can expect people to keep playing and keep paying for this game, because it is a travesty, and I had such high hopes when HSD got this job, and I am just disappointed. So guys, look, the reality is the only way EA does anything is if it gets the attention of the masses. So please, not for views, but for just getting this a response from EA, share the video. Let everybody who you know of who is passionate about this game see it so that they can hit EA everywhere and demand answers and demand actions and get something done for the few loyal players that are still here to get this year somewhat salvaged and get their crap together for next year so that we can hopefully have a good game. But I'm going to stop it there before my blood boils and my head explodes. But if you like the video or what I'm trying to do on the channel, guys, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What you can count on is normally strategy content, sometimes Madden 19 content, sometimes rants, and just in general, Madden-related content that I think you guys will like. And if you want to see what I drop, when I drop it, go ahead and hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. I love you guys. You are the best ever. I will see you tomorrow. CHF, out.